Hello. I had some material prepared about the lifts, but Steve's already done that, so that's saved some time. I have to say, it was a good day when I came up with the title for this presentation. It made me laugh. I don't know if you enjoy it, but I don't think you get too many presentation titles that good in your career. I came up with it before I had the slides, so let's see if it actually matches what I'm going to say. Now, my notes say that I'm pleased to exclusively reveal that we're becoming part of the TTF family, but Darren has stolen my announcement. So this slide merely represents that the work we're doing around digitising traffic regulation orders is going to come into TTF. I think that's really good because it's great for us. We're going to have the microsite on the website. It's a communication platform for us to get the word out, and it's good for TTF as well to bring more people into the family. I think those people that write the traffic regulation orders in traffic authorities, they're probably, in some cases, they might work under some of you guys, but maybe they're not fully aware of TTF. We can expand the group as well. So I think it works both ways, and I'm looking forward to that. So before I go on, I just want to set the scene of the wider kind of road digitisation work that's going on within the Department for Transport, of which digitising traffic orders is only a part. So we've got stuff going on around find transport data that you might be aware of. That has launched now. You can go onto that site and start interrogating it for transport data. Some of you might have even have done that. The national parking platform is very popular at the moment with ministers, and is gaining ground and is moving forward, and our Graham Hansen is doing great work on that. The street manager project, which is something that if you're a highway authority, you're using in your organisation to have a single source of the truth now for roadworks data. So all these things are going on in the department at the moment. That digitising of our road network, our road information, the stuff we heard from the doctor earlier about the benefits of data and what TfL have done. We're doing that open data as well, and that's part of TROs. So I'm kind of assuming for this presentation that everyone knows what traffic orders are. I'm sure you do, but just in 10 seconds or less, they're the things that give us the information about the road. It could be speed limits, it could be the parking regulations, it could be the loading regulations, it could be a temporary traffic order where we're closing the road or closing banning a turn for a period of time. So that is what we are trying to digitize and bring into the modern world. It's been quite a long road already. This isn't my slide, it's not really my style, there's too many words on it, but you can see that it's been several years already. We've done a policy alpha where we looked at where we wanted to go. We've done work, huge copious volumes of work around the data model. We've had a pilot with 4 traffic authorities where we gave them some funding. We still have that pilot group. That work is ongoing. We've already done a previous alpha, which looked into how we would build a central service. We've got another alpha ongoing at the moment. So this is a well-trodden path and a well-understood piece of work that we're looking to move forward with. And it's worth saying it all comes from that local transport data discovery, the North Highland consultancy piece of work back in the day. That's what informs what we're here doing today, and informs a lot of that previous slide about data digitization as well. So this is the data model. Don't come up to me at lunch and start talking to me about the data model. I'm not your man for that. If you are interested, I can put you in touch with someone who'll be delighted to talk to you about it for hours. But trust me, there is a data model that underpins what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do is get the traffic authorities to submit that to us in that consistent standard so we can then push it out to people that are interested in that data. And I think it's worth saying that, we understand this very well. We've gone out and looked at current traffic orders and what information they contain, but we will be revising this data model as we go over the months and years as well. This is a living document, and it will soon be on the TTF website, and you can start interrogating it. So one thing I just, every time I speak about this, I'll be saying is to be absolutely clear to you, this isn't a platform for creating your orders. So I don't know if you're a traffic authority, how you're creating your orders today. There's various excellent software solutions out there for you. Some people are still, fairly analog. You won't be creating your orders on this platform that I'm talking about. We're interested in just getting your order when you've created it and pushing it back out there. So what are we doing at the moment? We're in an alpha. So just to talk about the agile process, you have a discovery where you look at what you want to do. Then you have an alpha where you kind of prove the concept generally. Then you go into beta where you actually build the thing. Then you go into live when you've built the thing. So we're in that alpha phase at the moment where we're looking at our options. And the things that we're doing are, we spent some time in sort of February and March deciding between a centralized or a federated model. So could we have a system where we didn't build anything and we just let people pump the data out there themselves? We mandated that as a requirement. Or would it be better to take in that data as DfT and push it out from a central place? So our preferred option is that centralized model. That's not finalized yet. That was just the preferred option coming out of the research that we did. So the second step of what we're doing is to do a prototype. So we are in discussions literally at the moment with some of those software providers, looking to work alongside them and prove the concept, do a basic full traffic order. Can we ingest it from someone, and can we push it back out to the market? So my plan is that we achieve that end in alpha, and later in the year we move into a beta where we actually build that service, and we're able within not too distant future to start taking orders from traffic authorities. It's a fairly big challenge. As I just said, some of you might have some of these products at the moment. Some of you might still be fairly analog, or maybe those of you that aren't in this room and didn't make it to this meeting, people out there are still, using Excel or pen and paper even to create these traffic orders. So the key thing we're looking to do is, bring everyone into the 21st century and have that digital model. But that lack of that huge difference in digital maturity is a challenge for the project. I call it Paul's dream. So stage one is to get this thing built. So it won't be a legal requirement yet. I've got colleagues in the DfT that are working on the legislation, but my plan is to get this thing built and just say to people like you, hey, it's there now. We've worked with the software providers that you use. They're ready to start sending orders into the digital traffic orders service. Step two is to make that a legal requirement. So everyone has to send their new orders into the service. So that's quite good. At that point, you've got all new traffic orders coming into the service, and then you've got the DfT pumping out that open data. But I kind of dream a little bit bigger than that, guys. And I'd like people to start thinking after that, oh, we quite like this actually. We're going to put our old orders on there voluntarily. We've already digitized, or we're going to digitize. We were planning to do it. So now we know what format to do it in. So that's stage 3 for me. And then stage 4 is at some point, if we need to, we might come in and make it a requirement to put all your old orders on there. And that's kind of the real prize, because it's at stage 4 that you've got things like a total picture for England of what the speed limits are. And when I say to friends of mine what I'm working on, that's the sort of thing I say to them, and they say, "Oh, don't we already have that?" I use Google Maps or whatever it might be, and it gives me a speed limit. But I was driving on a road the other day, and it was wrong, because all Google's doing there is taking the phone data and kind of inferring what the speed limit is. So that's where we want to get to, that full England-wide picture of the data. What are the benefits of doing this? Again, we've seen from my colleague's presentation around the benefits of open data. So a single source of the truth, especially when we get to stage 4 with that full data. The ability to develop things and add to it over time. So, we can improve that data model. And as things change, once we've established it, if we want to add something into it, we can do. And we can start serving the people who want the information and giving them the information that we want. Of course, it's more efficient to do it this way, more consistent. We're working on the terminology. And there's people in this room and colleagues of mine that can talk to you about the definition of taxi or bus and things like that, and different people are writing these traffic orders in different ways. We're looking to improve that consistency. So what can you in this room do for the project? I would say to you, people at the moment are thinking about digitizing their orders. Start thinking about the project when you're doing that. Feel free to get in touch with us. Feel free to tug my coat at lunchtime. Look out for that TTF, the forum. Feel free to take part in it. If you've got a colleague in your department that writes the permanent orders or the temporary orders, just tell them about what you heard today. Let's get the word out about the project. If you are a business or an organization that might want this open data, start thinking about what you would do with it if you had access to it. There's things that I can't even, imagine. We've made the street manager data for roadworks available as open data. And I was speaking to a company the other week, and they were showing me the stuff that they'd done with it, and it was things I wouldn't have even have thought of when we started the project. So it's always exciting to see what people do with the open data. So that's it from me. I didn't go for an ending slide, because this is just the beginning of a beautiful journey that we're going to go on between the Digital Traffic Orders project and the TTF Forum. So thank you for listening to me today, guys. I look forward to catching some of you around during the day.